Welcome back to Beyond the Bureau. We hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, day, night, or whenever you're watching this. I'm listening to this. I'm SadieMae.
And I'm Quinn. Today we are happily joined by two students from the high school esports team today. Thank you guys for coming on the podcast with us.
It's great to be here. It's an honor.
Pretty nice to be here as well.
In this episode, we're going to talk about a fairly recently added extracurricular activity at James A. Garfield and how it's been for the students so far.
But first, let's introduce our guests. Tell us who you are and why you decided to participate in esports.
All right. How you doing? My name's Carter. The reason why I joined esports was because I wanted to spend a little more time with my boy, buddy Khairallah. And I've been playing video games basically my whole life, just messing around and stuff. So I thought I'd bring my skills to the higher level.
Professional level.
Mm-hmm. You know it.
Yeah, my name is Khairallah. They call me Jiggles. Play esports because I want to spend more time with Buddy Color, like Carter said. And, I'm fairly good at video games. Consider myself a pro gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Pro gamer. We have
All
a pro
right.
gamer in the midst here.
So I know you guys said Buddy Cutlip, but other than that, did they start the program at JAG?
Yeah. So esports got started in middle school by Mr. Bartz. And then I think this year, that's when he finally brought it over to the high school. And then Mr. Khairallah finally took over, and he's rebuilding the program now as we speak.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
When did the esports team first meet up during the school year?
I think it was like a G-Man time meeting.
Yeah, I don't know when the
I
exact
think-
date was.
But we used to have like a G-Man time meeting. Whoever wants to join. Or I think it was Buddy just asked around. if
Yeah,
everyone
he
wanted
just
to
kind of
join.
asked around.
Yeah.
During classes.
And then there was the first meeting. That's before we started the full season.
Mm-hmm. Was there a
Okay.
lot of response from teachers or students?
Yeah, it was kind of confusion, and same with on our part. Esports doesn't really strike me as an Olympic event, as some
Yeah.
would say.
It's
Okay.
not
Not as
really
big as
popular
football,
around us
and
or
when
anything.
you wear the jersey around school and wear it proud, it kind of you kind of earn a little bit more respect around here, But there was a little bit of an awkward phase when the first guy started out.
Yeah. All right. And then for anybody who's unfamiliar with esports, give us a quick overview of what it consists of.
I think Mike should be pretty good at
I
explaining this
mean,
one.
It's like, you have a program we use to talk to the teams.
Mhm.
So we can talk to the team which have come from anywhere on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Then we got set the game up. We talk to them, make the lobby. We send them the code so we can join them. Just play games.
It's basically
Okay.
just a sporting event
Yeah.
on just a regular, like Xbox or whatever. It's just the same thing. Consists of, you talk to other teams, like you said, and then you just get it set up, and winner wins, loser loses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within esports, do the students usually split into teams or compete individually?
Yeah, so currently we have two teams, and each person, so we play Super Smash Bros. I
Yeah.
mentioned that,
Okay.
Ultimate. And so there's 4 people on a team.
Mhm.
That means three active players, 1 benched player, and then we have 2 teams actually. But one player, it's 1v1, so
Yeah.
one person versus one person from the one team, and then the other away team or whatever. And then they compete, and then it's the best out of 2 for them, best out of 3 for them. And then they'll go ahead, and then whatever, say, I don't know, Mikey beats this kid from Florida. Then I go up, and I have to beat the other person from Florida also. Not
Yeah.
the same person, but a different, on the same team. And so that's how it's kind of ran.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's
Okay.
hard to explain if you're not in the flesh with it.
Yeah. And how did you guys choose the teams? How were those decided?
So one day I walked into Buddy's class, and he handed me a paper, and he was like, "I want to play esports," and I was like, "Sure." And so I texted a bunch of my friends, and I was like, "You guys free on Wednesdays?" And they were like, "Yeah." So we just kind of made a team that way. There wasn't really no
Pretty good.
drafting process or anything. We
Yeah.
kind of just threw them together, and then we were the first team, and then Mikey came around and made his team.
I got
that
mine.
was kind of a hodgepodge thing.
Yeah.
It's basically we worked through everything
Yeah.
as time goes by.
As
Okay.
as people join,
Yeah, we've
more teams
lost
create.
we've lost players, and we've gained players, and I mean half the rosters and what we started with beginning of the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. And then which games are included in esports collection, and which other games do you want to be included at our school?
Oh, we got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We got games like Madden, college football, Marvel Rivals game which I want to play. Yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of team games. There's no bloody games. You can't Call of Duty on
Yeah.
it
Makes sense.
because it's a high school event. Games like sports, literally just sports games or friendly game like Fortnite.
Yeah, so I think we don't quote me on this or in the future, but right now we're looking at college football,
Yeah.
4-player game. We're going to get a team
Yeah.
for that. We're going to get a second team for probably Fortnite.
Okay.
And then, like Mikey said, probably Marvel Rivals.
That's
And
Yeah.
depending how big
That's
the
game.
teams, if the program takes off or not, we might add another game. But right
Yeah.
now, that's the main 3 that we're looking at.
And when do you guys plan to get that in there?
So we are starting our season early next year. We're doing October, I think it is. That's
Okay.
when
Okay.
that's what I got told. It might be a rumor. I don't know. But we'll get everything set up around September time, and then start up our not really spring games, but fall games in October, and start getting everything, all the practice and stuff. But everything should be up and running as soon as October hits, though.
Yes.
And then what about these games makes them the best for esports?
The competitive nature. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
there's a big competitive scene with Super Smash Bros. For some reason, I'll be honest, I really like the game that much, but I'm not good at all. I'll be honest with that. But there's a huge competitive aspect to the Super Smash Bros. Same with college football and Fortnite. The Fortnite one is crazy. They had the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
2018,
Yeah, something like
something
that.
like that. But it was like
That was
$3
really
million
big. at the
$3
time.
million cash pool. But like, it's just the competitive nature of the games. I mean, you're not gonna have competitive Minecraft. I mean, there is a side of that, but I mean, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Who can mine faster?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Probably like Kit PvP or
Yeah.
something like Sky Wars.
I honestly do not remember the last time I've even opened Minecraft
Really?
on anything or Fortnite.
I'm pretty sure it was like 2 days ago for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do each of you feel about being a part of the first ever James A. Garfield esports team?
Feels like a luxury.
You know, it's an honor, and it's also a privilege to be the first.
Yeah.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was the first person to sign up, so technically I did make history for
You're
the
the
school.
founder.
You are the
I
think
did
I was the
found I
second
did found
person.
this team and everything. I was the idea for the jerseys. You know, I'm just
you
the
and, you and
backbone.
Buddy like
I'm-
He
Yeah, I'm like the backbone of the program, basically.
okay, yeah.
carries everything.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that you're going to graduate next year and it's just going to pass along?
You know,
Well,
I think
We have a good freshman.
I mean,
Braxton.
it's gonna be a sad day. I'll tell you what. Their tears might come down my eyes when that final bell hits, and
final match.
I'll never
yeah.
know I'll get to play competitive Super Smash Bros.
Hey,
ever again. you
college.
know? So enjoy every moment. That's what they say.
You could
College-
go on after high
Right,
school. You
fine.
could-
There
You
was a few people I saw this year that signed to big colleges for esports.
You could
So-
go pro.
Okay.
Yep.
You could
Mhm.
go
Carter?
pro.
I mean, if you
To
go to a
phase
college
esports
that doesn't
contract?
have one, you founded one in high
Yeah.
school.
Found it at college.
Make
Right.
another one.
Exactly.
All right, and then what are some examples of schools that the sports team has faced off against so far?
I mean, you've got schools from like Florida, Vermont, Michigan, pretty
Yeah.
much schools all around the East
I
Coast.
don't know a lot of the names, but I do know there are a lot of like the technological. That's not a word. Technological schools with like the stuff, but there's a lot of weirdly enough, a lot of Catholic schools play us.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's
Yeah.
a lot of
That-
Catholic schools,
From
Yeah.
both
Which was weird.
teams.
but we never got anyone from Ohio. It was always. I mean, our first game was someone from North Carolina.
I think
And
the keyboards, my team got a school from Ohio. I think yours didn't.
No, okay. Yeah, we had a lot of. It's kind of weird to see, but
Yeah.
a lot of Virginia, Florida. It's just all over the East Coast.
Do you guys like communicate with them during the match?
Yeah, so we use a software called Player Versus.
Yeah.
And basically it
Allows us to,
does everything for us. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
like
so it-
gives us like the friend codes, allows us to talk to the coaches or the players.
Yeah.
Allows us to pretty much do everything. Allows us to scout the players or
Yeah, you can scout
the
them.
team.
You can
Watch
it
film.
you make the rosters. It makes the schedule for you and everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Big Ten of esports. Kind of if you think about it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I saying it still? Okay. How does the competition between schools work, and does each team compete in their own school, or is it completed in one spot?
Which I guess we kind of.
Yeah.
So-
Gone through.
Sadly enough, we cannot go to Florida to play in esports, which sucks. Be a great field trip though. What was the other part of the question? The first part?
How does the competition between schools work?
Yeah, so we make the schedule and right when we first started, and so say we had a game February 10th, so that means we all show up on February 10th at this time.
Around,
Both schools agree to that.
four-
Sometimes,
we started at 4 p.m.
yeah, and
So
so
we got there around we can get there early,
Yeah.
get some practice in. Then
we go
talk
up
to them.
set up everything, and then we'll talk to them, be like, hey,
They have 15 minutes to respond after 4 p.m. If they don't respond to forfeit, or
Yeah.
they respond like usually a grace period.
Yeah, we just talk to them and then we'll be like, hey, here's our code to join our lobby or whatever. And then they do this, okay. It'll do select your character. It's a very like if you're not watching it and understand it totally, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
Like the first time we had to do it, it felt like, I was trying to make diamonds or something like that. It was weird. I felt like I was making a new compound and splitting the atom, but it was very confusing the first time. But once you get the hang of it, it's nice.
Yeah. And how often are the esports matches or games?
Right now we're done, but when the season is, it's every Wednesday, 4:00.
Usually rush on like 30 minutes to an hour, depends on if we like go into like extra time
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
if we sweep them.
We usually start at 4. We usually get out of there at 4:45, but I do remember time we were there till 5:30.
And
Oh,
you said
geez.
next year the season was going to start in October.
Yeah, in October.
And how long does it usually go for? You said you're done now.
It'd run up
If it's
until
on like
a
10
week,
weeks, you get 10 games we
right before
play.
spring break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so right
Okay.
after spring break. So the October's not the actual season; it's just the preseason.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Okay.
practice.
Yeah.
All right. Does the esports team have a formal group practice, and if so, how often?
No, but we're talking about it. Like,
I wouldn't call it a practice. I mean, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't call it a formal practice. So
just
during G-Man time, I mean, right
Wednesday,
now,
we
Wednesdays,
just go in
we
here,
come in here.
play Super Smash Bros. Practice for our game.
Yeah, but that's not a formal actual event. We
Yeah.
just kind of do
But
it.
we don't have like a set like
It's
scheduled
basically just
practice.
a G-Man time.
Do it for the love of the game, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And has being on the esports team changed the way you play these games outside of esports?
For me, absolutely not, because I don't play Super Smash Bros. Outside of
Yeah.
school.
Okay.
I mean,
So it's kind of just what
I
it
mean,
is.
help me get better.
Yeah, I know
Like Shaw's
Mikey-
G-Man time.
I know Colton plays it a lot, and he's gotten a little better at it now.
Yeah,
Colton Miller used
definitely.
to play like that.
Cole, I seen
Okay.
Colin.
He's insane. He's pretty.
He's good.
He's pretty good.
Killed people in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then does each student have a specific game that they compete in?
Well, I guess if
Not
if
Right
we
now.
only-
Yet.
Right
now,
now,
it's just
no.
Super Smash
But
Bros.
next year it'd be so we have 3 teams, 3 different games, just to
Okay.
keep the difference of everything. Because I'll be honest, I didn't like Super Smash Bros. At all. I don't understand half of it,
Yeah.
and so that's why I want to play college football. That's why my team's gonna play it, and Mikey's team's gonna play Marvel Rivals, and then
Okay.
another team's gonna play Fortnite and stuff like that, just to give more options, people.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool. Have there been any intense matches or close calls during the season so far?
On my side, no. I got swept pretty easily. I'm terrible, but
Colin did good.
but when Colton plays, he's usually a tough match. I'll be
We-
honest. I don't.
On our side,
You've
we
heard-
had we went down by 2, then we clutched up and won the game
Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was when we stayed till
it gets pretty
5:34.
intense. I started screaming a few times. So if,
Yep.
if you're here at the school at 4:00 on a Wednesday and you hear someone screaming, it's probably me, and
Okay.
I'm probably losing.
That's okay.
You know
Everyone,
what?
like
Everybody
I've said,
deserves.
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah.
deserves a
It's
crash
also
out.
not really our
as I've
best
said on
games
this
to play
podcast
as.
Yeah.
before, everyone deserves a crash
All right. So, what are each of your guys' favorite games included in esports and outside of this sports?
So in esports, I'm a big college football fan, and I also like a little bit of that Fortnite.
out.
But outside of esports, I love Slime Rancher. Have you ever
Oh,
heard of that?
I
Slime
actually-
Slime Rancher's amazing.
So
That's
I
a
used to play it
fun-
all the
that's a
time.
very
and
fun
recently,
game.
Yeah.
I've just restarted it.
It's
Oh my
it's the-
gosh, it's so good.
it competes. I'll tell you what, it's up there.
I mean, for
No
me, it'll
clue.
probably be Marvel Rivals,
Hmm
but that's the game I'm very good at. I'm ranked one of the best ranks, I would say.
Mm.
I'm one below the top 500.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then probably
Show
my
off.
one game, probably play right now. I'm playing the most is Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm.
I mean, it's not like a competitive game, but it's very fun. Slaying monsters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you think are misconceptions about esports?
I mean, I think it's I got stereotypes here.
Sure.
Most
Sure.
people are most esports people are fat, smelly,
Yeah,
don't shower.
some of us. No,
Wow.
but I think Mikey really hit that one on the nose there. I think the reason why my team definitely broke the stereotypes of it. I mean, all of my teammates are football players,
Yeah.
and so it kind
Okay.
of when people look at it, they're like, "You play esports?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude."
I mean,
But-
my team made a wrestler and 2 soccer
Yeah,
players.
I mean, this is not. I wouldn't say this is our main sport. This is kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah,
a side
yeah.
hobby.
It's it's
Yeah.
just
But-
something you can do for fun. Something that's still competitive, but you can do for fun. Don't have to take too much time.
Yeah.
And then, is there any way for people to view or spectate the esport matches?
Right now, the only way to see it is in person. And
I
so,
mean, if they there could be a way if they get the invite code and they can just join the spectator stands.
I'll be honest though, there was a school we played, and
They
they had a lot of money. They had 17 teams,
Oh,
17
geez.
different teams, and they had 7
Wow.
Twitch accounts that you could stream on. They streamed all their games,
Okay.
and they streamed our game, and we lost, and it was very
Oh.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Double
That's
GTV
okay.
broadcasting
That's
of the esports.
I mean, good.
Let's do it.
Do you have
Get it
any
in.
specific esports goals for the rest of the season? Well, I guess the season ended. Next year's season?
Win.
Playoffs. We win playoffs.
Oh yeah,
Y'all have
Win more
playoffs?
games.
and this is true. I got promised this. If we go to states, we do get clapped out of the building, and we get on the bus. And everything.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's
Get that
Hopefully
expensive
it's
charter
nice.
bucks and go down to Florida. Play
Wouldn't be a
some
bad
random
idea.
team.
Okay,
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. Nationals.
Yeah, the first place team, if you win states, I think it's the prize pool of like almost. I think it's like $10,000.
Wow.
For the
The
school.
prize pool.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually
New
awesome.
esports program.
Yeah,
Own gaming room
yeah.
here at
wouldn't
the
be
school.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Doesn't that be the study hall room? Let's go study hall.
Do you have any advice for someone who is thinking about joining the esports program or somebody who has just joined?
Do it.
If you got
It's
free
fun.
time and you're okay at video games and you don't want to be boring, do it. I mean, we just
It's
mess. I
fun.
mean, we're not serious at all. I'll be honest with you. We mess around as much as anybody else, and we
Yeah.
don't. This is not my main sport. I like to have fun with it. I think it's fun, so I come here, try to have as much fun as I can,
Yeah,
and
just
leave.
Have fun.
Yeah.
If you want to have a
games,
fun time, do it.
Get a jersey. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're going to do the question Plinko board. This board holds multiple different questions unrelated to esports on it. And whatever it lands on, you have to answer.
Sorry, Madeline's
Okay.
over there sending me TikToks.
Okay. No. Okay, we're going again.
Okay.
Yippee.
Watch it. All 3 chances, not get one.
Oh my gosh, can't grab the question. Okay, here it is. Whoa, this is deep.
Ooh, I don't
What
like
do
this.
you
no.
value most in your friends?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa, wasn't ready for that one. Give me a minute.
Here we are. We're getting poetic with the esports.
What do I value
like-
with my friends the most?
Trustworthy. Can like be able to take a joke pretty much.
Yeah.
My thing is, you got to be funny. If you're not funny,
Yeah, like funny.
I
You're
can't-
out. If you're not funny, you're out.
Can't
That's my big
like,
thing, and it's not
can't
like a
take a joke.
biasness, but I mean, if I can't have a laugh with you, I'm not. You know,
Yeah.
just
Get out.
get away from me. You know,
That's understandable.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't be too serious.
Can't get the deep jokes yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can't laugh about just random things,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, I definitely
You
agree
can't
on
laugh.
that part. And
Mhm.
like like how Mitchie said Michael
Jiggle.
Michael said take a joke. I definitely agree. Cuz I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes I'll like say a joke and someone will be offended. Even
Okay.
like if it's not related to them, someone will be like offended. And I'll be like, "No, it wasn't."
I can't stand people who are like that. Like,
Yeah.
if it's not related to you and the person who it was related to is laughing, but you're like, how dare you say that? No.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, it's time for the traditional question on this podcast. What is the best cookie?
The best cookie.
Snickerdoodle.
We
Okay.
don't gotta lie to each other, man. Come on.
It's a
You
good
gotta go with
cookie.
the OG, the Michael Jordan of the cookie game. It's gonna have to go to chocolate chip all day.
Okay.
Agreed.
And
Okay.
I'll make it one step further. I'll take it the salted chocolate chip from Crumble Cookie.
Whoa.
Okay, pop off.
Okay. So
Okay, so
me and
let's-
Sadie Mae always have the argument on the podcast.
You know, Mikey might take the newer options like the LeBron James of the cookies, but I'm going with the MJ.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Okay,
the original,
classic.
the classic. I mean, he's undefeated.
The
I mean,
original.
they're top 2 of all time. I'll tell you what, they're not
Yeah.
number 2.
Yeah.
Then who will be
Like-
the Bronny? Of
I
the
got
cookies?
Truth.
one. I got one. Some hate on. I got the Larry Bird of cookies. I have oatmeal raisin.
Wow.
I mean,
You got the
it just depends on if
So,
you
like,
like.
you got the
Is-
Tom
if you just
Brady of
like
cookies.
raisins or not.
You got the Tom Brady of cookies. You know, has to retire at some age.
Oh,
Wouldn't it-
wow.
wouldn't it be the
One-
Eli Manning of
gotta go,
cookies?
you know?
Yeah, but
Wouldn't
I
that be
think-
the Eli Manning of cookies?
No, Tom Brady. He's better. I mean, I'm not doubting Raisin Bran's
Well-
game, but not Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran?
Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
We'll call it Raisin Bran. I'm not doubting his game, but I mean, seriously, I mean, there's more competitors out there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You can call him a goat, but I mean, that's your opinion.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna call him the goat. I'm going to. It's my.
It's fine. They call
I'm
me the
not.
goat. People lie.
Sometimes liars just appear.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just-
a blind squirrel finds a nut every time, once in a while. We're all right. We're all right if we want to be.
Exactly.
You're in first place if you're running the race backwards.
You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of our episode. So come back next episode. But before we go, we want to thank you one last time for joining us today. And do you have any final thoughts or things you want to say?
Join the esports team. It's pretty fun.
That's about it. Yeah, you did that one on the nose there, Mike. That's about it.
Join esports.
Don't esports.
All right. Everybody go support the esports program any way you can and
Go
go
G-Men.
G-Men.
G-Man.
Go G-Men.